Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Lilly, and today I want to report on what's going on in Europe. So yeah, finally winter has arrived, and the last 3 weeks it was really cold. So before that the fall was really warm, but now in December, the first 3 weeks of December were so cold. And because of the cold, of course, the energy demand is rising for heating, but also for making electricity. So for example, in Germany last week, the weather was so cold that they have used 1% of their storage of natural gas in just 1 day. And that's pretty crazy, right? So if you're using 1% in a day, then you're pretty much empty. You have emptied out your reservoirs in about 100 days. Yeah, that's not enough to last us through the year. So as you can see, we are in a pretty dire situation here in Europe, and if the winter is going to get really cold, then we might run out of natural gas. And in Germany, they are already discussing rolling blackouts where they want to turn off the electricity for 90 minutes. So if you turn off the grid in a controlled way, you can of course save energy. And this is what they are now discussing. And also here it says that France already simulated rolling blackouts and it tested its grid if it can withstand switching on and off, because that sometimes can cause problems, right? So yeah, that might be something that we will face in the next couple of weeks here in Europe. Rolling blackouts. Who would have imagined that we will see this in Europe? Oh my god. So that's really crazy. Now, because the natural gas demand is really high, there's another thing that is happening as well. Food is grown here in Europe, also in winter, because we have a lot of greenhouses. But the thing is that a lot of farmers are heating their greenhouses with natural gas. So now the natural gas has become so much more expensive that a lot of those farmers with greenhouses have either quit working, or they have filed for bankruptcy, or if they are still working, they just pass on the price of veggies to the supermarket. And this is why we see a really sharp increase in price right now when it comes to food, veggies especially, which is grown here in Europe. Let me show you this article here. So here you can see that it says price explosion, 37% of increase in food. Now that's not for all foods, of course, that is the butter. So butter has increased for 37% as opposed to last year. Oil, cooking oil has increased by 27%. Milk, cheese and eggs has increased by 21%. Meat and beverages 16%. Bread and vegetables 15%. The next article that I want to show you is this one here. It says that the middle class is especially vulnerable for inflation and it pays a high price for it. Here it even says on the second page that the middle class is vanishing or getting smaller. That's actually what I have observed as well. And they say that the reason for this is that, first of all, the middle class is paying the inflation directly, but also the income is grinded between inflation and the income tax, which is really high in Austria. So we have 43% average income tax and social welfare tax. And yeah, because of that, we don't have a lot of income at the end of the day. So after taxes, there's not a lot left. And then with the rest that you have to pay for higher rents, for higher cost of living, and then also for higher cost of food and other commodities. So this is why, the middle class is especially suffering because of the inflation. And that leads actually to the change of consumer behavior. So here you can see an article about a study that was conducted in Germany. So 1/3 of the people are already changing their consumer habits. So they are buying less, but also they are watching out for better deals, like buy 2 and get 3. So this is what people are doing now. They're buying less, and also they try to get a better offer. Okay, next I want to tell you some good news. So finally, it seems as if the Austrian government is on board to get people to prepping, which is a good thing, right? So here, for example, I've gotten a advertisement in my YouTube feed. I made a screenshot, and here you can see an advertisement by the state of Salzburg. We have 9 states in Austria, and this is one of them. And apparently they have made a video on how you can prepare yourself for a crisis.
Für den Fall einer Krise, wie zum Beispiel einem Blackout, sollte jeder Haushalt 2 Wochen ohne Einkaufen und ohne Strom aus der Steckdose auskommen. Neben den Dingen der täglichen Hygiene oder auch Batterien, Kerzen und Zündhölzer ist vor allem die Bevorratung von Nahrung und Getränken wichtig. 2 Personen sollten für eine Woche diesen Einkaufswagen voll zu Hause haben. Darin zum Beispiel Wasser und Säfte, Teigwaren und Getreide, Konserven und Speck und auch Kartoffeln sowie Trockenfrüchte.
So when I saw this, I thought, wow, that's awesome. Finally the government is telling people to prepare, because that's the smartest thing that you can do right now. Then the next delightful thing that I saw is that supermarkets are now offering survival boxes, especially for blackout cases. And you can purchase this, and it contains everything you need for a blackout, including this small alcohol stove, a small lamp, a hand crank flashlight, an emergency radio, another flashlight, and a water container which is collapsible. So I think it's great that they are offering these boxes. It might not be a lot, but it's certainly better than nothing. Now the next good news is that finally supermarkets have made up a plan in Austria if it will come to a blackout situation. So here's the plan of some supermarkets. I believe that most of them are involved. So on the first day of a blackout, the supermarket will be closed. Then if there's still no electricity on the second day of a blackout, then they will hand out small bags with fresh products, vegetables and meat. And then if there's still no electricity at day 3, they will hand out bags with cans of food, for example, everything which holds for a longer period of time and doesn't need any refrigerator. So this is the plan that they have developed together with the Austrian government. Yeah, I think they have realized how important it is to prevent the crisis, but also in a crisis, how to deal with it so there's no chaos, and so that the people don't come to the supermarket and smash in all windows and loot everything. So if they give away the food in a controlled manner, I believe that's the best thing that you can do, because people need food and there are still a lot of unprepared people. So to prevent looting and damaging of supermarkets, it's important that you have a plan on how you give out the food for the people. So I'm really happy that they have finally made a plan and also told the citizens about it, on how we are going to deal with a blackout. I think that will lead to less chaos, to less smashed in windows and to less looting. So that's really good and I'm happy about it. I have to say, as a prepper, I'm really happy about these measures that they have negotiated with the Austrian supermarkets. Okay guys, so this is it for today. I really want to thank you guys for watching, and if you want to see more prepping news from Austria, then yeah, subscribe to my channel. I will make a new video about the situation in Europe at the beginning of January. So make sure that you subscribe, like and share, and stay tuned till next time.